Alright, my name is Nicholas Drake, and I'm going to give my second speech on the hidden dangers of camping in the state of Alaska. First, we'll cover necessary equipment, the wildlife you could run into, and some of the places you'd like to set up camp. First off, necessary equipment is going to be the footwear, the tent, sleeping bag, versus down or synthetic. Some of the footwear needed that's specific to the state of Alaska is waders. First off, there's many areas that you'll go from sand to mud to just swamps, all within a couple miles. So a good pair of hip waders that are compact when you pack them into your gear are a definite necessity. Also a good pair of sturdy hiking boots. You don't want to get out in the middle of nowhere and have footwear that's either going to hurt your feet or is going to come apart. Sleeping bags. Number one issue is down versus synthetic. Down is the way to go in the state of Alaska just because of the dry climate. The only reason a synthetic would be better than a down is because of the synthetic in a wet climate doesn't clump like the down feathers will. Down ultimately keep you warmer, but will clump if it gets wet. And the state of Alaska, especially up north, is extremely dry when it gets bitterly cold. So a good down sleeping bag is definitely the way to go. Some of the wildlife you're going to run into while camping is obviously bears, black bears and grizzly bears, moose. There's a few foxes, lynx, wolves, wolverines, animals like that will leave you alone for the most part. The main ones you got to watch out for are the grizzly bears and the black bears. Camping near lakes and rivers, they're the ones that are going to get into your food and get into your campsite and cause havoc. Also moose, if they have a calf, leave the moose alone and you'll have your best chance of not having an encounter at all. You start messing with the moose, they'll mess with you right back. Some of the best places to set up camp up in the north are the tundra. Tundra is extremely soft. It's like a mattress just walking on it. Some of the places in the south, down like around Anchorage, any of the flat areas, grassy areas, try to avoid rocks. Anywhere near rivers where the bears are going to be, stay away from, or when the tide can rise near the ocean, stay away from. Some of the specific terrain that is special to the state of Alaska is the glaciers. You don't necessarily want to camp on the glaciers if you can avoid it, just because of the fact that some of the moisture will seep through into the tent unless you have a footprint on your tent. Some of the better tents would be your 3 and 4 season tents, especially 4 season in the springs and falls in Alaska are the way to go. They're going to have the tighter seals, they're going to have to be a lot more waterproof, and also not let the wind go through, which is going to be extremely hot in the summer, but in the fall and spring it will definitely keep you a lot warmer. That is the conclusion of my speech on the state of Alaska and camping and the effects that it can have on you. Well, there are many specific effects that the state of Alaska's camping can have on you. It's the best place to go. It's one of the funnest places that you can ever be or be around and bring your grandchildren to and tell stories for a lifetime. But there are a lot of special circumstances that people from the lower 48 don't understand, and the only way to find out, unfortunately, is to go there or ask somebody, and if you ask somebody, they usually want to sell you equipment because you're asking them at the store. So that's it. Thank you.